Okay, check, check. All right, all right, all right. I'm just looking at the settings. Just trying to get everything up and running. Here we go. I think we're good. Okay. Do I have audio? Do I have audio? Yep. Check, check. So I'm just going to do a quick test to see if I can get someone on. Okay, so I'm just testing whether or not Nadia gonna join. And then I'm gonna get going. Where's Nadia? Stream bitrate of 6,800 kilobits a second. The stream status says it's good, so I just accept that it's good. And we're gonna get going in a second. Oh, you're on? Ah, there you are. I see. I see one. Can you enter stuff in the chat? Is there a chat? Ah, hello. So you can hear me okay? Yeah, you can? Ah, okay. Excellent. All right. So if I pull this down here and then you should be able to see Ableton now, hopefully. I'm gonna turn off this scene switcher just for now, so I don't move around all too often. So let's have, where are you? So I'm just working on a new song, Plastic Dreams. It's an old school house tune. I've kind of started it already. I've just tried to start to pull together some sort of melody, some sort of rhythm. This is the original track. So you get the idea. It's a classic tune, to be fair. So what we're going to do is just try and build some drums, and then we're going to try and build some drums and then get that kind of synth pattern happening. And I liked this. This is a remix of that song. But I think they had a good progression in the sound. So that was kind of interesting, I thought. And then they bring in that synth noise here. So we're just going to try and emulate that first part in our own sounds, and then we just kind of go from there. So most of the time when yeah, there's a lag, but that's okay. Most of the time when we're thinking about building these songs, we're thinking about what are the instruments that are going to go into it, and I'm always listening for what are the sounds in the background. And a good way of doing that is if you chuck an EQ8 onto your reference track. So this is the reference track, and then you filter out all of the low end. So high pass filter. So that's interesting because we can hear the kind of percussion elements, and then we can hear the sound of that synth. But this sound of the synth here is the same notes, but with the filter open, whereas here it's the synth. And that synth has been just the filter, the envelope's been closed, so you only hear the lower frequencies of that synth. So it's the same synth line, but just opening the filter as the song progresses in the phases. And then here, yeah, so they've just got a real mild shaker in there, and then some other hats just running through it. I think that's... and then they have like a triple hit or kind of a little maraca sort of noise somewhere in the pattern. So we can have a think about doing something similar. Um, so what we've got is, so I've picked a kick out. I'm using a sample from Proper. It's Proper is his Instagram handle, and he has a Patreon. It's awesome. His sound design is pretty much second to none. So there's always something that he is providing his community, whether it be samples or serum presets or whatever it is. They're always super. So I picked out this particular kick. It's got a good knock to it, so and a decent sub area. So that's going to carry a lot of weight in the. That's going to carry a lot of weight in the track for us, which is good. Let's just do some EQing very quickly. So check a FabFilter Pro Q. So 47 hertz. So if I just put something, just put a note on 47 hertz, I'm going to give us a couple dB just at that point, and then a small cut at 250 odd, maybe roughly there, just to carve out a bit of space. And then give a bit of an EQ boost at around 5K. That's that click area for kicks. So that's good for now. I'm not going to do any more processing on that just for the time being. I'm going to insert a MIDI channel here. This is going to become the hat rack. So if we put a blank drum rack into our MIDI channel we just inserted, I'm going to rename it the hat rack, and this is going to hold all of the hat sounds that we have for this track with the pattern that we'll write in a minute, and that's going to keep the song ticking over nicely. So we'll just do 2 bars for now. So let's get actually, let's have a listen to this again. So I'm just trying to listen to where I think the hats are placed. It's kind of going tick, 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 tick. Okay, so I think if I think about the pattern that we're going to do, I'm going to put a clap line in as well. So Proper, he just sent out a new set of samples, so I'm going to use his sample pack for this particular edit. So let's find a clap before we do the hats. Like that one. Just going to go super straightforward on the claps. Let's not make life difficult. It's one on every offbeat. That's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to group everything that's going to end up being in the drum group. So this way, when we group our drums together, then we can apply some similar processing, some compression or a drum bus or something like that, just to shape the tone. So it's the drums group. So now we can solo just that group, and then we just hear the drums. Okay, good. And then maybe -3. Oh, too much. I'm going to put a little bit of... actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group the hats and the claps together. And then this is going to be called a tops group. So that those kind of top sounds. And then it's because I'm going to apply the same distortion, basically, some saturation to the tops of my drums. That's going to bring out a little bit of color in the tone of the instrument. So let's go to Sound Toys Decapitator. Decapitator is good because it's got this engine in it which allows you to apply different saturation styles. So on the clap, so that's nothing going through it. So let's just go. Yeah, so there's a little bit more bite. There's a little bit more bite in that one. Okay, that's good. It's going to take a couple dB off the tops channel because when we add the hats in, that's going to give us a little bit more. Okay, good. Let's have a look at the EQ. So we're just going to sweep out those low ends just to make sure that we're not taking up any frequency space for the bass and the kick. Some tonal adjustments on the clap, I think that's okay. Let's not get too crazy. Just looking in the chat, Nadia's got a popcorn out. Okay. So let's think about how. So we've got a kick and a clap so far, which is good. All right. So we're going to do a fairly quick hat pattern just to kind of get something ticking over. Let's go back to the reference track, just have another quick listen to it. I quite like this groove because he's got this tom drum that's going do 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 do. So we're going to do that one as well. All right. So let's do hats. Let's go into our proper sound pack for this lot. this last month. Okay, so let's do 3 closed hats and then maybe 2 opens. Like that. It's got a good ticking sound to it. That one's a bit more subtle. And then some open hats. It's a bit deeper. I like some of these because they've got this noise that goes over the top of them, like a shh. Number 1, why not? Okay, so now if we look at our MIDI clip, we can see all of the hat sounds that we just put in what we've called the hat rack, which is just an Ableton drum rack with those sounds loaded in it. I'm just going to turn this down to -10 because it's going to be getting the saturation from Decapitator, which is in the on this tops group. Yeah. So if I solo, I'm going to solo and then arm the hat rack so I can use my keyboard as a piano keyboard. And then I need to, so when I'm pressing the keyboard here, you can see down here there's a, this is where the light is flashing. So I need to go down a couple octaves so I can get onto where my hats are in the hat rack. All right. I'm going to turn on this little headphone here, and that gives me a preview. If I hit the what is the piano key here, then I can hear. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That's okay. Okay, so here's these are some bass stabs which I was testing out. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I do my side chaining for kick and bass, and it's changed quite a bit over the last couple of years for sure. So what I do now is I sidechain the kick to the bass, but I run all of the bass group, or what's going to be the bass group. I run it through what is I call a global sidechain. So I'm just going to group these two instruments together because this is going to be the bass group. Rename. So here I've got Serum 2 running some sub, and then it's going to carry some bass melody, and then I've got another bass here which I'm going to do these stabs for. And then what I do is I'm going to route this bass group, which I'm going to sidechain to the kick, into this global sidechain, which is this channel number 10. So I'm going to send my bass group to the global sidechain. This is an audio channel, so we're taking audio in from any other channel that is going to send audio to it. And then in the global sidechain, I'm going to use Track Spacer as the sidechaining plugin. And then as the sidechain input, because you will need to put this is Track Spacer, so you need to set a sidechain input for your sidechain. So we're sidechaining the bass to kick, so this sidechain is going to look at the kick, but what I'm going to do is have a shadow kick line, because not all kicks will be present throughout the entire track. So if I duplicate my kick, I'm going to turn it off. Let's make it dark. Rename this. Oh. So rename this kick sidechain. So what this is going to, because at some point as this song progresses, some of these kicks are going to get muted, so they're not going to play. And if I route this kick into the sidechain, or any sidechain, and they're muted, then it doesn't sidechain. So, and sometimes you want that, but other times you don't want that. Sometimes you just want all of everything that's going to be sidechained to the kick to be sidechaining all the time, so you get a pump. So to be able to do that, I'm going to copy the kick, which is just a simple 4 to the floor, into another channel that becomes the kick sidechain. And then in the global sidechain, I'm going to point Track Spacer to my kick sidechain. So now every single time the kick sidechain sends a signal into Track Spacer is going to pull down on the frequencies of the kick, and I can now sidechain anything to the kick, but in this case I'm going to sidechain the bass group. So now what you hear is a little bit of a dip in that sub bass line, and that's when the kick is hitting. So it's going wall wall, and that pumping sound is the sidechain for the kick. I'm just going to pull down what we're actually sidechaining. So let's make it 120, or as close to 120 as we can. Make it about 23%. So we're mixing in the sidechain, and now if I put the kick in there,
Ow.
cool. So that's sidechaining. So that's good. So we're building out some drums. So we've got a kick, we've got hats, we've got some claps, we've got the beginnings of what the bass is going to sound like. So let's do these piano stabs, which kind of start unfiltered down here. So let's have a listen. So you can hear that the filter's quite closed here. And then at this point here, it starts to open up a bit. Perfect. All right, so I've got a sound here. Oh, too low. Okay. So let's draw in some notes here. So I'm writing this in D sharp, E flat minor. That's a scale. 130 BPM. So what do we got here? We got bump, 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 bump. Yeah. So it's between every note. So I haven't put any swing in yet, but they're going to, because their notes are swung, so they're kind of like here. Okay. Let's go down. Okay, so if we're going to do this in a similar way, we can use auto filter. And what they're doing, so if you look in EQ8, you can see all the formats, all the frequencies. So with auto filter, I can low pass these frequencies down, so we get less of this top end. And then if we apply some automation, we can bring this frequency filter up. There we go. So if I go into automation, and then I want to automate the frequency of this auto filter, and we want to open the frequencies up so we get a little bit more of the top end. don't want it all. Okay, cool. So we've got our hats running all the way. Okay, cool. So we're starting to build something. So let's have a look at what we got. I'm going to move these down, see what this sounds like. Okay, so let's actually... Okay, so let's adjust these a little bit. I'm just gonna. So what I'm doing is just adjusting velocity here, so we get a little bit of movement in the hats. Thanks for joining, Nadia. Okay, so what we did just then is we took this hat rack and we just applied some different velocities, so essentially volume, yeah, to the rhythm of these hats, just to kind of give them a bit more of a tonal shape. So because they're all at the same volume, then they're just kind of all hitting really loud. So if we adjust these velocities, then they're going to tick a little bit more in tune with the track. And let's have a listen. So let's just mute those hats so we can hear. House, 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 house. Okay, so that's sounding pretty good. I don't mind that. All right, I'm just going to move this over because this is a melody from another track that I was looking at. Okay, so let's have a look to see how in the reference they kind of build up this this bass pattern, because this is what we're kind of doing here with this this sub bass here. Okay. So what we got? Okay, so what they've got after in the arrangement after this phrase ends is you get more of a sub bass. It goes woo, 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 yeah. So let's just get a sub bass and we'll have a look at doing so. Ableton's actually got a really good one in operator, and it just does exactly what it says. It's a sub bass. Sub sign. Here we go. So I'm just going to pull this down. Too high an octave, so let's go down a couple octaves. Whoa. Whoa. Nice, nice, nice. Sounds like a sub. So let's have a listen. So we can filter out the top end now. Okay. So let's enter in a MIDI clip. I'm just going to change the color. Okay. So it's going Birdum, Birdum. So I'm in D sharp. So let's actually go E sharp, D sharp. Is that too long? Maybe we can go D, C sharp. Yes, that was good. So I think we're like this. Okay, come on. Oh, soloed the kick and there's nothing there. You idiot. Okay, so this is where you gotta. So if you're gonna do sidechain like this, you just gotta remember to extend this kick sidechain. Otherwise, no sidechain. Sorry, just so what I was doing there, I'm looking at this bass line here, and I've got EQ8 in mid-side mode. So when you load it as a default, it's in stereo mode. But you can put it into mid-side mode. So that's left-right mode, so panning left and right, or EQing left and right, and then mid-side mode. So that shows you kind of the center frequencies, the mid, and then the sides, all that stereo information on the outside, of which in bass generally you want to carve away because you want your basses to be super down the middle. And to switch between mid and side mode in EQ8, you can click on this M. So S is side, M is mid. So in the sides, I've just put a cut down at 100 hertz on this number 3 node, and then you can, because I could, if I turn it off, you can see that there's some side information in there. So that's showing you that there's some side. So if I turn this cut back on, it doesn't appear. What I would say is the visual representation sometimes isn't exactly clear, but it's good enough for this. This is an edit that we're just going to play for our set. So do a cut on the sides, and that way you're reducing the side information in your bass lines. So if I do the same thing to the sub bass line, I put EQ8 into mid-side mode, put it on side. So because this is operator and it's been built around sub-sine bass, it's in mono, so there's actually no side information in it at all. Perfect. So that is good. But what we have done is we've cut out, we've put a cut in at 30 hertz. I'm going to make it 20 hertz on this bass line. Because we're actually, I'm gonna leave it. It's fine. I'm just thinking about how boomy this thing is going to be once we make it super loud. Although I'm mixing with a limiter on here for the stream. Generally, to get the levels and the balance, you would probably shave off some of that low end. Anyway, we'll fix it at the end. That sounds good, and it's sounding good, and it's sounding something like the original. Although we don't want to remake the original, we want to make our edit, the sounds of our edit. I think this is shaping up okay. So we've got a good sub bass kind of roll, and then this kind of these bass notes going over the top of it, and then we've got our crap. I'm gonna have to move this again. We've got this little synth notes coming in. Okay, so just one thing. So here, I was messing around with these notes, and I was just trying to extend it, the MIDI clip. But you can see it doesn't loop the notes, so that's because I made the pattern, then consolidated this one clip, and that turns looping off. So if you turn looping on in your clip, and then now I can extend it, and the notes are there, so that's good. So now I can look at it in the whole phrase. It's coming together, and we've only got, what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instruments, so you don't need much to get something. So just having a look at just the balance. I'm just trying to messing around with some side information on this other bass line here, because later on in the track it's going to open up like quite a lot. So we might want to do some sort of side adjustment. But let's have a think about it. What I will put on here though is a free plugin which is called Span. It's from a maker called Voxengo. It's completely free. It is a frequency spectrum analyzer, and it's just you just get more detail in this than you do with anything else, to be honest with you. And for free, it's amazing. But because you want to see mid and side instead of just the left and the right, you want to set this up so it is in mid-side mode. And so to do that, if I just play the track. So at the moment, it's in left-right. So you just see one color. But to get it in mid-side mode, so then you can see the side information and see if there's anything happening in your mix which you're not happy with. You change the routing, and you want to change it to mid-side stereo mode, and then the underlay is the side. And what you'll see is as soon as I've changed that, the meters change to mid-side. So here it says MS, yeah. Whereas if I just have it in stereo, you're in left-right. So mid-side stereo, and then the underlay, the side is going to be the the lighter green color. Turn the hold off. Perfect. So now I can see, like, when I'm really pushing things, whether or not the side information is going to be going crazy. Goodo. Okay, so I'm just having a look to see where we are at. So that's mid-side mode on Voxengo Span. It's free. Just download it. It's going to save you a lot of time. And then, because this track is got, I mean, this reference track's built in 16 bar phrases, because you can see the end of these phrases here. So let's just get us to the end of this phrase. Well, how does this phrase end? Oh, what's going on there? How's this phrase end? What the fuck? See, so this is what I mean. So they've taken two kicks out to kind of signal the end of the phrase. And so if I mute these and I was side chaining this channel for kick, the side chain would not work. Yeah. So if you create a shadow kick line, now the side chain is going to continue to work, even though the kicks are not sending signal that are actually playing in the track. So that's why I do it this way, basically. So I know the side chain is side chaining all the time. Now I forgot about the conga. I'm just going to put a conga loop in for now, because I just want to move things on a bit more quicker. So this piano actually starts way earlier. So this filter actually is more like, because by the time you get to here, where are we? So if we put an automation node there, and then we pull this down even further, maybe 120, 100. Okay, so that's following a little bit more the introduction of this tune. Now he's got it's a 32 bar intro. I mean, listen, this track is 8 minutes long, so you know it's built for listening. It's not built for streaming. I'm going to follow this to a certain degree. Thing is, because this is a remix, like a tribute remix. The original track is actually here. And then the rest of the track actually comes, like the new version of the track is like this bit here and this bit here. So I'm going to have like some bit of the tribute, and then I'm just going to slam in like what the new sounds that we're making, because it's going to be a little bit more than what's in here, and it's going to be for like DJ sets really. Not for release or what have you. So check out the London Rhythm SoundCloud account, because this is where we're going to put it if you want a copy. So let's have a look. So what am I doing here? Let's have a listen to ours. Oh. This kick is crazy. Maybe it's too much. There because I was messing around with this. It's actually not too bad with all with the ticking. Just take it out. It's fine. Let's do everyone loves a double kick. Come on. House. So we're just doing some tidying up. So let's have a look at how we move through these phrases. Fucking conga line, Jesus. Right. Let's just take a loop. Now we haven't used Splice today, so let's have a look at it. Why not? What we got? So this is interesting. Splice just, I don't know how long ago, but they've got a new plugin and it's called Splice Sounds. And you basically create in Ableton, an audio channel. And you put the Splice Sounds VST plugin into the channel, and now you can have your Splice library on your DAW, and you can trigger samples. It's like the old Bridge, but you can trigger samples basically from a plugin within the DAW rather than flicking between screens, and it was a bit of a pain, to be honest with you, earlier. But I've only just been looking at this from yesterday. It's pretty good actually, so definitely check it out. Splice Sounds, if you have Splice. I know it's expensive, but it's definitely helpful. So let's just get a you know what kind of sounds are we looking for? Let's have a listen again. It's kind of going conga's always good. Come on, I just want a loop. Give us a loop. Give us something in. Well, let's do it this way because we're 130 BPM. So let's just make it 130 BPM. Okay. Turn this down. That could work. That one could work. We like that one. So the way we do this now is if I solo the drums, I should be able to now play this sample with the drums. I need to solo the sample. this is good. I like that. Says key C major. So I think we should be able to transpose this and get it into E flat. Perfect. Here we go. So if I click on the plus, so now that's in our splice library. I should be able to drag that into this audio channel, and that is then the key adjusted loop. So what I did is I just put a tuner. Tuner is Ableton's kind of key identifier, note identifier plugin, and you can see it's in D sharp. Perfect. So if I chuck this here, let's have a listen to that with the drums. Let's do a quick mix it in. Nice. So that's just going to sit there, kind of in the background, give it a little bit of something else, which is good. Yeah, that's how you use the splice sounds. So found a sample, transpose the key to get it into the key of the track that we're writing, and then if you grab it from down here and drag that into your DAW, you get the key adjusted sample. Perfect. I have to say that was quite simple. Good-o. So now if we listen to this, we've got house. Just trying to find a good balance for that sound, because it just wasn't sitting right in the mix just then. But I think that's kind of it. So a good test is like, once you've got most of your instruments in, if you just turn them off one at a time, and then if you can hear that something changes when you take that sound away, then you know that it's adding some sort of interest in the song. If you turn a sound off and you hear absolutely no difference whatsoever, there's no point in having that sound in the song, because you can't hear it. So just a good test is to just go through and just turn off instruments in your song that are playing, and then you can figure out whether or not something works. Gonna make these notes a bit longer. Because now it's a little bit more, because I just feel like now it's probably, there's a little bit more connection with the sub. I'm just going to shorten these notes so they end just before the end of the clip. So now you kind of get that it's more of a push into the next note. Yeah, and then just shorten that one a little bit. Okay, so that's good. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to apply the swing here. Actually, let's just... Yeah, so we just apply a bit of global swing, and as soon as I turn that up, you can hear that the hats are kind of ticking over with a little bit more rhythm. So look, no swing. And then as I tune this swing up, you're going to hear those hats are going to start to move around, yeah? That sounds cool. So let's just actually... You can even see with that global swing amount, those claps, the sound's actually coming here. And that's the swing. fine tuning. It's fine tuning at this point between all of those sounds, just to kind of get them to fit. And it's really done by ear. You just need to figure out when you're setting these bass notes, especially sub bass, because there's loads of energy in that low end. Just a little bit of room in your notes will just give stuff time to breathe. And obviously with the side chain, you can kind of get those kicks to come through. But even on the 1 and the 2 and the 3, because there's no sub bass note hitting on the beat, you hear all the kick and then the side chain, and then as that side chain is pulled away, you get the rumble of the sub. So now it's like it won't come through on the computer, but in the studio here, that sub is up, it's pumping, which is good. Nice. Save. Don't forget to save. Don't write an entire project like I have and then not save it. Doesn't work. So let's just have a look at these congas. Okay, so that gives me an idea for another sound, and I'm going to put in an instrument that it's like I've fine-tuned this thing myself over time. It's where is it? Oh my god. Let me go into all. It's this choppy synth, and it's an awesome instrument just to kind of give you a tone that kind of can float through a track. Oh, that's the sub. Turn it on. Go up a few octaves. So it has an LFO in it. It has an LFO in it, so I can chop that note, or I can chop that consistent note into an LFO that's consistent with the project. So and then I can adjust the LFO rate 1/8, 1/16 on triplets, whatever I feel like is good. I can give it some saturation. I can add a delay, add some chorus. That's the delay feedback, too much. But you get the idea. And with this filter cutoff, I can have it coming in. It's just I've used it loads. I've used it on so many tracks, it's crazy. But because you can adjust it with this LFO to make it a bit more plucky. But then I can adjust the filter to cut off and add in frequencies at certain places. It just does everything that I need it to do. And then obviously we always put a high pass filter in, so we filter out that kind of low end noise. So this is for later on in the track, but I'm actually writing a different song and it's in there. So let's have a listen to it for a bit. So I'm going to bring it in this part, but I'm going to do the same thing that we were doing with these stabs, and I'm just going to slide it in with opening up this filter. So let's actually that's too big. Oh, shit. All right. So let's do 4 bars. Let's have a listen to our song. It's actually better an octave lower. Let's have a listen. Don't like the conga. Don't like the conga. What happened? Thought it was okay. What the hell, man? What the hell? Alright. Not conga. Get some toms, come on. See what you got. I just want to loop. Just give me something interesting. See what there is. Oh dear. Just had to say no to Nadia. That's not good. Let me send her a message. She's going to be upset. I said, you just rang into the stream. She said, oh shit. Yeah. Let me ask her what's up. What's up? Where was that? Where was it? This is what I mean. This is so stupid. No. It's not. That's not it. I think maybe it's some sort of percussion-y sound. Some sort of percussion-y sound, some sort of... What is in... What? I just saw it. Bass music. Where is it? There it is. It's always interesting what they put in this group. That's another synth, so probably not. Nadia just calling to say hello. So that it sounds good, but I'm not going to put it in because I've got the one that I made. I have the one that I made. Nope. Let's just have a look at percussion. actually don't mind that. So let's do that. Conga, you're out. So here's a good tip. So if you've been messing around with EQ8 and you want to get it back to its default settings, you click on these three dots, then you can reset all gains. Boom. So now we're back to 0 on all gains. Yeah, it's quite helpful actually to just get you back to a position that is the default. And if we just make this like that, then you can see that we've just got our default settings on EQ8. Super helpful. Right, where are we? That's the one, and you're going in this green channel. Okay, so how does it sound? It sounds like a song. Actually, I have a song which I think now that I think about it, has sampled that actual tune. Those mallets, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I'm just gonna adjust these just slightly because I'm not loving the swing on them. So I've like kind of got these notes where I like them in this clip. So if you consolidate that clip, then you just get that's now one clip which has got those notes quantized to a certain place with some swing, and then if I turn looping back on for that clip here, then I can have that clip quantized for the rest of the track. Doesn't go with the song, but it's not too bad. Let's have a look. I put clave and I'm getting, I guess that's a mallet. What's going on here with this? Oh, let's find some glitch. What's glitch? Okay, this could be interesting. So if I stick this and delete this. Hello. All right. Let's drop this in, see how it sounds. Okay. Okay, I think that's we're just going to leave it there because I think that's good. That's enough. Let's just run that, see what it sounds. sounding pretty good, actually. I don't mind it. Okay. So just what I was doing there is just setting up some multi-band compression. Multi-band just means many bands of compression in this plugin. So you can basically set different ratios of compression on different bands of frequencies across the entire mix. So it's multi-band. But one thing that I do, which I saw a while ago, but it just gives a little bit more of a punch, is in this region where this kick actually kicks. If you put upward compression on this, and then you essentially connect your sub bass compression to when the kick hits. Every time the kick hits, the sub bass is going to be compressed, so that gives you more punch. Anyway, that's what that's what I was doing in that setup there. Goodo. We've done a lot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream now. And then in the next one that we do, I'm going to have built this track out a bit more, and I'm going to do a bit of a walkthrough on how the track actually is. So thanks for watching. Everybody who joined, thanks for joining. We're going to try and do one of these a week at least. Contact me at any time if you've got any questions. But also, if you are producing tracks of your own and you want a few pointers, then I'm happy to help out where I can. If you like the sounds, let me know. If you don't like the sounds, let me know. I'm Lively Beats. This lively_beats_ on Instagram. Studio A08 Productions is the studio that's running here. We make bass music, we make breakbeat, we make some tech house, and we make tunes for loads of different artists. And I run a project called London Rhythm with and music. This is the sorts of sounds that we are putting together. So yeah, check us out on Instagram, London Rhythm, Studio A08 Productions, and Lively Beats. And tune in for the next one.